Get that up. Let's get this out on Twitter here. All sorts of stuff going on. Let's see who we got first in the live stream. First in the chat today. While I get this out on Twitter. At this point, y'all know how we roll in here. Pop in, get that tweet out. Let people know we're here for the midday. Been a really busy couple days at work. That's we've been missing the midday. It's beyond our control. When you're working in another area or same area, just really far from home and not able to make it for lunch. But let's get a view here. Let's get everything set up. Look at all that green in the market. That is market on the up and up right now. That's definitely what we want to see. Oh my goodness, that was a very nice early day. GameStop's looking much the same. Ford got up there running sideways. PROG still a bunch of barcoding on PROG. SPY is up. Qs are up. IWM little bit of movement here since about 12:30. And we're going to jump over, check the crypto market. Funny, Litecoin's the only one that's showing green right now. Let's pull this in just a little bit. Oh, these are days here. Yeah, we're on the 4-hour. Bitcoin is down, but not terrible. We're only looking at 1.28% down. Waiting to see who we get in on the live stream here. Looks like Uniswap just popped green there. But yeah, let's get over, kind of look and see how we're looking going into this Friday. Pulling up the option chain. So on the call side house, looks like our 1350s have can't remember if we closed out below or if we popped up above. But it's nice to see 2,000 contracts. Those are currently in the money, so it'll be interesting to see going into Friday how well 1350 holds up. And if you remember from talking about the bull put spreads, the 1350s, those were looking to be that somewhat safer zone. But lately we just we've been skirting that 1350 mark, which was established from the lows from a couple of weeks back. And interesting here is that this downward trend, if you continue this straight across, it runs almost into, there's your first, wait, is that the first? No, it's not the first half hour, is it? Yeah, it'd be the first half hour of the market. So if this was a continuation, it almost looks like it would run in and clear that first half hour. So that just shows you that opening market volatility. That first 15 to 30 minutes where the market kind of turns into the Wild West there. God, those are down to $12. Oh, so how is everyone doing today? AMC does look like it's picking up a little bit here. In this last less than 10 minutes. Are starting a little bit of an upward trend. So yeah, I do have a price prediction. I popped it in on Claybro's live stream. I am actually looking, kind of hoping AMC might close out at 1601 for this week. Granted, if it closed out at 1599, I would not be heartbroken. I did end up going through I wasn't able to get in yesterday, but today I got in a much better fill with much better premiums on covered calls for just one contract for this Friday for AMC. I might look and see how the hey Paul, how's it going? I might look and see how it's looking a little bit later in the week before I enter into more. But so let me look in here. These are it is the $16 strike for this Friday that I got. If you look, they're currently worth, it is showing $12. But if we look through, I actually got in, I got my fill at $38. So the fact that these are down, hanging out around 12. Hey, Pika, welcome to live stream. Can't stay long, but hey, no problem with popping in just to drop a like. It is greatly appreciated. So yeah, I end up getting, I got one contract filled this morning at, for the $16 strike price at $38. $38 premium collected for the contract. It's already down to 12. And I actually, if we go back on the chart, I actually got it somewhere. I might have been at the start of the pullback. You know, as I saw it coming downward, I was able to get in and get that contract on the downward. I did see it start to turn around and run back up. I was wondering if it was actually going to get back up to the same level or push higher. But it just looked like, you know, it looked like that initial spike into a pullback, and sure enough, we got that spike, pulled back, dropped down, hanging out that 1350 mark. Got driven a little bit below, but it is recovering. But pretty much, if it hangs out in this 1350 all throughout the week, you know, that covered call is definitely gonna be safe. But you got to remember, this covered call, it is not. It's not vital that this doesn't get executed. This is one to where, hey Simon, welcome to the live stream. This is one that if it gets assigned, I'm not going to be heartbroken. It is planned on the possibility of it getting assigned. But the interesting news is, so rather than, because as I stated yesterday, I don't have, I wasn't able to get in and set my options for the week. So, you know, normally I'm running, you know, I'm running covered calls here and there. I'm running bull put spreads. Well, I never got to get in on those bull puts. So what I ended up doing was taking the money that was set aside for bull puts and a little bit of the extra cash that I keep on hand for covering stop losses, because I'm not actively in anything. Everything that closed out on Friday, I wasn't able to renew yesterday. So pretty much right now I have one single option contract open, and it is that AMC covered call for 16 strike price for Friday. So I turned around and ended up picking up more shares of Ford on the dip this morning. In fact, let's see how good of a dip buy I got. I ended up getting in. Let's see exactly what price I got in. Just so we can kind of judge and see. So I was filled at 1568. So it it is up 20 cents a share from where I got the fill. So 1568 would be on this line right here. And chances are I did all of this right about the same time that I was doing the covered calls, or just after. So it actually, the fill, well, let's check the exact time on it. The time was 48 after. So I got my fill I got my fill on this green candle right here. So as you can see, I had the downward trend. Looking at the timing, jumped in, purchased on somewhat of a downward trend. It did come back up again and dip down. So the you know, if you always hear people talking about top ticking, bottom ticking, had I got in closer to the 1550 mark, that would have been the bottom tick. All in all, I was 15 cents off of the bottom tick, and after that, it ran back up higher. Did peak over $16. So yeah, I got a pretty decent fill in this mark. But looking at it, so part of looking to get that forward wheel is that I might have been sacrificing some shares of AMC. Now the thing is, I've made up enough ground between the options from last week, the options from this week, and not renewing bull put spreads, that money that I have on the side for as a security blanket, because I'm not in there, I don't actually need that money on the side. So it is looking like maybe at the end of the week, if I do have to pull some shares away from AMC to get that wheel started on AMC or on Ford for the following week, it's only going to be like maybe 10 shares, which is great news, because you got to remember, anything I move over to start this wheel from AMC, I'm going to be taking a loss on. So the less shares that I take a loss on, that is, it's all about minimizing your losses. So any little bit that I can shunt away from another position, especially a position that is up, because that's a part of investing is taking your profits and reinvesting them to grow your position. So the fact that I had a couple other positions that were green long term. So I was able to skim a little bit of money away from that to reinforce my Ford position. Granted, my average in Ford has changed. Yeah, we'll actually look at that, because let us zoom out. Oh, we're probably have to zoom out for. Let's check on the 30-minute. So 1251 was our old average. We are at currently 1354. Oh, derp. So now, oh, there it was. Tick, go up one. There we go. 1354. Oh no, 1534. My bad. Off by 1 cent. No. There we go. So yeah, it is. Now, once I start the wheel going, my average really is irrelevant at that point, because the whole purpose behind the wheel is to buy and sell and get those shares moving. So eventually, the average, based on how many shares I have, is going to be hovering between my last covered call price and my last bull put price. So it should be hovering somewhere in that window. But in the long term, once this gets up and established, and that's one of the other things. So I ended up, I've still got those covered calls in for Friday. And if it does run up and hit that, run up and hit 1601, and those get assigned, if you look at the price of Ford, and I specifically picked that price, when I've been entering the covered calls on AMC for the purpose of setting up the wheel on Ford, I've been picking strike prices that are one step above what 100 shares of Ford would cost. So I was going to use options as almost going a direct one-for-one, rather than, Ford was running. I think that when it closed out last week, it was $1.01 off of AMC, or one of the days it closed out, and there was a $1.01 difference in the prices. And I think it actually opened up towards Friday. But yeah, so I'm treating that one covered call as an analog of Ford, and just using that to try and get 100 shares, because I'm on track for 100 shares already externally. If I get a second 100 shares through covered calls on AMC, then I've already got the 200, or I've already got the two contracts of Ford that I can start rolling next week. And even looking at it right now on Ford, covered calls at 16 would be pulling $30 premium per contract. If I'm running two contracts, that's $60 I'm getting a week, even if I don't get assigned. If that gets assigned, two contracts, that's another $100 right there. So that could be a $160 a week swing. And if I was playing the other side, the put side of the house, at the 1550, I'd be getting $22 a contract. So yeah, getting this wheel up and running, it is just, every week it's going to be generating revenue. Every week it's going to be generating share count. And that is part of why I wanted to get not really sacrificial stock, but a battery stock. A stock that could sit there and charge my overall position, and I don't have to worry about assignment. Assignment, that's the thing with the wheel strategy in general. Assignment is part of the game. You keep playing your covered calls till assignment. After assignment, you keep playing your bull puts until assignment. That's you can play it to where you don't get assigned, and that's cool and everything, but you're not going to be getting as good of premiums. You're not going to be getting that share turnaround. So how's everyone else's day? I mean, look at the AMC almost up 1% on the day. 1%, nothing to shrug at. If we keep gaining 1% a day, that'd be great, because eventually, right now 1% a day is, oh, I'm on the wrong one. 1% right now on AMC. Oh, we're under that right now. But we're looking at about 14 cents. Well, if we keep running that higher and higher, well, you get up to $20 and get 1% there, and you get up to $40 and get 1% there. So yeah, we need, just keep growing this. I think at this point, any kind of green day, any kind of day where we're getting gains, I think is good for everyone. It's good for everyone financially, but also good for morale to see, to see us with the upward movement. And it made, get 1% here, 1% there, and then sprinkle in a couple of 5% up days, 10% up days. That right there in AMC, though, from that 1380, that nice steep run, what did it close that minute out at? That was a nice little 75-cent run. It feels good to be back on the midday. What I think was our last midday, was that Thursday last week? I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday of last week was the last time we were able to have a midday. And Simon, so your YouTube channel, what's going on with your YouTube channel? Because let's get the word out on Simon here. We always get the word out on Paul's channel, and now Pika has a channel. Simon, get Simon putting his face before the camera and grow this community as a community. Just looking through some market stuff on the other side here. Yeah, what I'm thinking about doing additionally is dropping some of my, looking towards this Friday for getting wheels up and running. I might end up dropping a bit of my Doge just to, I'm skimming. The more that I can skim away from other stocks and not have to pull from AMC, I, you know, I'll take a loss on those. I can take the tax write off, keep outside of the wash period. But the less shares that come out at a loss, that's the less that I have to replace down the road for one. Because who knows, what happens if some of those shares come off at at $16, and before I can get back in, we're back up in the mid to high 20s, mid to high 30s, and I'm sitting there, looking at it like, man, I got to try and find a place to get back in, or I'm sitting there, all of a sudden, those the shares that I borrowed, rather than a 1-for-1 on Ford, they basically turned into a 2-for-1, or where I have to double up to renew my position, or to reinforce the position to replace those shares that got borrowed out. Yeah, but all in all, Ford's looking good on the everything. Is there anybody that's not looking good on the day? Gladstone Land and Stag Medical Property Trust. Okay, so it looks like looking at it, some real estate is not holding up as well. ExxonMobil's down for the day. Energy Transfer is a little bit down on the day. Everything else, yeah, there's so much green in the market today. It's ridiculous. It's nice to see, with how much downward momentum we've been seeing in the overall market. In fact, let's it'd be nice if we never actually got back down to this descending support level. And we just put this up not long ago, so that'd be great if if the market said, okay, he drew the line, we don't want to go to the line, so let's turn around and start an upward movement. So we'll do that thing we do. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. So let's go ahead. Let's get some positivity out there. Let's set that up. Oh, why does the 1 minute have to be dumb like that? Okay, we'll go. Well, 5 minutes doing it too. Yeah, I'm not sure I believe those lines now. See, if you look at the 30 minute, we're nice and above, we're above all of that, and as soon as we zoom in, it doesn't want to play nice anymore. Their lines are broken. Yeah, we got all kinds of broken lines out there. So when is everyone else going to be live? Because that was kind of cool last night, jumping over on Pika's channel. I didn't see. Were you live last night, Simon? If you're still in the house here. How's GameStop looking for options? So we got dollar spreads on every. Dollar differences on all the strike prices. Man, it'd be so nice to be playing covered calls on GameStop with those premiums coming in. Here's the thing. So with where AMC is at, if you had 100 shares of GameStop, you could do covered calls probably at the $85 or $86 mark, and you could almost every 3 weeks get another 100 shares of AMC. That is ridiculous, ridiculously awesome. But at that point, you run into the same thing of wanting to have a stop loss and being afraid of losing your shares going into the MOAS. So yeah, it is a double-sided blade. You know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. The risk and reward are both there. You want to, you'd like to get the premium on the covered calls, but you could do a lot with that money. But then again, you're afraid of losing your share, so you put a stop loss in, and it gives you the potential to lose money because you're securing your position, you're defending it. So who do we still have on the live stream? Who do we still have in the chat here? And did I miss much on Claybro's live stream? Because I was this morning. This morning was a busy morning. I was sweating to death. It is quite toasty out. Oh, okay, Paul is still here. It is actually 45 degrees outside. That is absolutely wonderful. It is nice to finally have these warm temps. Options. Let's. You guys kind of want to have a look. Those bull puts still are not terrible though. $50 collateral for $13 premium. As long as it stays above $12.50. We have gotten under 13 though. So those aren't as safe as they used to be. Oh, those are puts. I'm like, why are those premiums so high? There we go. That's more like it. Oh, wow. Getting a lot of likes there on Twitter. Speaking of likes, how are we sitting on like? Paul, it's just it seems like a lot of the channels that I've been seeing lately, it's attendance just seems to be down on them. and that's, it'd be nice to see a whole bunch of price action on AMC just to, get people's excitement back up. AMC, GameStop, PROG, all of them. I see, a huge spike in the crypto market. This bear market we're sitting in just, I know it's discouraging some people out there. I forget who it was this morning that there was someone on Clay's live stream that came in, said, just looking at the market and like, yeah, I can't look at it today. It's like, it's good to take those days off. If if you're tired of seeing red in the market and just need to take a break from it. But today, I don't, hopefully there's a lot more people in the afternoon just, looking at everything green. The thing is, what we need right now, we need we need the major indexes to, the market overall to start having having good days strung together, to start showing people, the market somewhat in recovery. And with everything going on in the world right now, I know, inflation running out of control, people worried about interest rates, what's going on in Ukraine, everything, just everything in general has people worried about, worried in the market. And we need to string together the entire market, not just, not just the ape community, the entire market needs to start stringing together a bunch of green days to just show everyone, that everything out there, there still is a good market. Oh, we got a Jeff Collins bot in chat today. I often wonder about the bots like that. So I have seen that, there are places people can go out and pretty much pay to get bots on their channel, pay for subscriptions, and, they come in, they're supposed to actually like watch your content, interact with your content, do all the stuff like that. I'm wondering if when these, when these pop in and a 3-letter, if those might be like some of those bots that, are built on some kind of AI platform to where every once in a while they stray from their programming, and just like how you get recommended different channels, that they have the same thing happen. Let's keep them. Yeah, that they get recommended those, and the AI system actually goes through and starts going to other channels and interacting with them based on the YouTube recommendations. So I wonder if the increased bots like that are just a result of the YouTube algorithm mixing with the bot algorithm. Kind of interesting to think about. Oh. But yeah, there's, not much going on. Like I said, I went through, consolidated some positions, skimmed off a few, took money that I would have set aside for stop losses and collateral on bull put spreads, and moved that money over into shares of Ford, just trying to consolidate that position a little bit better going into the end of the week to find out, realistically, because if I can get away with opening a wheel up and not touching a single AMC share, that is that'd be the ultimate perfect outcome. Well, granted, MOAS starting this week, that would be the ultimate outcome. But just being able to get that wheel up and running, get share count increasing, and the great thing is, if I can do it without touching any AMC shares, I'm not under the wash rule. So I can immediately, every share that I'm getting, on Ford, I can immediately start rolling back into AMC, and I can keep playing that single covered call over the Ford share price. If it does get executed, that'll immediately open up a second Ford wheel. Now the wash rule would kick in there, but the fact is, I'd have the double wheel. I would for that 30 days. Looking at it, I would be getting at least 4 weeks worth of wheel action with 2 contracts. So we'll go off the minimum here. We're going to do a little bit of mathing here. So it's actually easier than I thought. But in that time period, we're looking at an additional $160 minimum for 4 weeks of 2 wheels at the low. The price I'm going off of is the $20 premium. Well, as we saw right now, it's 22 on one and what was it, 30 on the other. Calls, yeah, 30 on the calls and 22 on the puts. So yeah, if I can get away with not having to touch AMC end of the week and start the wheel on Ford for next week, which I was hoping to do it this week, but the market did not agree with my strategy. Let's see, anybody? The funny thing is, Paul, right now, out of all the people I subscribe to, no one is actually live right now. It's like the midday is 100% completely mine. I'm looking through here, and I am not seeing any. Oh, okay. It looks like Short the Vix is live right now. He looks like the only one that's live. Let's see. Make sure the volume's down here. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Ooh, somebody's talking about doing a strangle on the February announcement. Oh, no, I'm not going to interrupt. Looks like, oh, who's that live with him? No, that's not Review Dork. I don't know who's live on his channel, but with 2 of them on there, I'm not going to jump in and interfere. I might go in later this afternoon. And all depends what's going on, because when I get off here, well, we'll have an hour till Clay goes live. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here for now. Here's a novel concept. I'm actually going to use my lunch break to get some lunch. A little bit hungry today, but I want to thank everyone who stopped by. I know Paul was in here, Pika, Simon. I want to thank you all for stopping by, spending a little bit of time out of the day. I know Pika had to run, wasn't able to hang out, but I want to thank you all for stopping by on the midday. It's nice to be back on the midday to actually, be looking at it while the market is doing something. But thank y'all for stopping by. I'll see y'all see y'all probably in about an hour and a half over on Clay's, and we'll go over there. We'll have a good time. We'll have a party on Clay Bros. Power hour into the aftermarket. So everyone have a wonderful day, and I wish you good health and good trades.